This is an indication that the world is based on the family unit, which is based on the individual. And Allah does say in the Quran, إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُغَيِّرُ مَا بِقَوْمٍ حَتَّى يُغَيِّرُوا مَا بِأَنفُسِهِمْ. Allah will not change the state of a people from a bad state to a better one until the individual changes himself or herself to a better state in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pleased with. For this reason, brothers and sisters, I begin by saying there is a famous quote which I read once, and it has such deep meaning that agrees with the Islamic teachings. We always complain that our children do not obey us, but they do not fail to imitate us. What we do and how we speak is the biggest form of teaching our children. Our children imitate us, and what becomes of them later on is what their children will imitate in them. So the first thing is, brothers and sisters, before I speak about the rights of the parents, is that first of all, the onus is on the parents first and foremost to create a relationship with their children before they grow up and become what we call independent. As soon as they hit the age of teenagers, we know, and you men know and you sisters know how it is, you've been through it. When you became teenagers, especially the men, we begin to develop a slight ego, and if we don't look after it, we like to declare independence. In the past, the daughters remained a little bit more loyal to the family and the parents, and the boy was taught to become independent. In the 21st century we live in, and especially after World War I, the fall of the Khilafah, the last of the Khilafah, which was the Ottoman Empire, whereby the clinging to the deen and its teachings had lost its value, and the kings and sultans and princes and the khulafa begin to think materialistically, thinking about position. People among the Romans and the Byzantines and even at the time of the Mongols, they were invading the Muslim lands while the Muslims were arguing who is better, Ali radiallahu anhu or Muawiyah. Time has changed. World War I occurred, and whoever is responsible, we understand they are the enemies of the Khilafah, the enemies of Islam. They wanted to break this bond of this Islam which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught us in the Quran once and for all. And the best way they did it was first of all to divide us into nations. I'm coming to the topic inshallah very soon. It's very important to know this. To divide us into nations, calling us nationalities. And they put this love in our hearts as though this is what needs to be done, as though this is normal, to create our own flags, to have an identity separate from anyone else. And we gave names to different countries in our different flags based on our color, and we created our own language. Obviously there were languages before, but we called this language attached to the flag or to the nationality.